So I got out of bed at 5 a.m, had me morning coffee, which I love to have under the moonlight, and then pack some parcels, which is a pretty good day for a weekday. And I realised I hadn't taken you thrifting yet, so I jumped in the car and headed on down until I realised I was out of fuel. So a quick stop in at the local BP to top up, and this is where today's thrifting journey begins. So she's a warm one today, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the first time I've taken you on the road for 2022 op shopping. I'm keen as balls because I haven't really been getting out. Full transparency, I have gone out a couple of times, just to a few, and I haven't got much. Now that's reality of being a thrifter, being a reseller. Sometimes you don't get stuff. I occasionally get a message here in down below of people saying you always get good stuff. No, that's not true. If I videoed the days that were shit, it'd be boring content. You'd stop watching me channel. So, you know, if I go out for a big thrift, I'm going to make sure I see something at least fun or make the journey fun. If I go out for a full day of op shopping and don't buy a single thing, what's the point in filming it? I'm just going to bore the shit out of you. So we've got to be honest here. Not every trip is good. And some people sometimes say you always get good stuff. Not true. But today, I'm hoping we do. And if I'm filming, I've at least got something. So let's go and have a look. Let's see what's around. It's 2022, baby, and we are ready to roll back into the thrift and have some fun. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo. These two are going to start punching on in a minute. Both trying to back out at once.
20 minutes later.
Well done, love. You got in. That made my day. Is he going to try and push in, or is it, oh, he is, he's going to do it. You dog. Oh, you dog. He won. He beat you, darling. Sorry. So today's adventures start here at the thrift store, Coco. Yes, that's right. Here in Australia, we do actually have thrift stores, even though some people tell me the opposite. And it was a good little start in here. I didn't buy these, but don't you just love them? They wanted $8 each. They generally sell for about 15, the KFC promos. Miss me, a little bit of a bolo here. These can sell for like $60. This is a good little women's brand of jeans to pick up. And the Christian Ortiga, he is the Ed Hardy guy. So I'm grabbing these jeans. They will sell pretty well. They're not as fancy as normal, but they're still going to go on and sell for a good price. And a little hat here. So the Statesman hat, crafted in Australia, made of merino wool. I'm going to pick that up every day. And the Salomon rollerblades. Yes, rollerblades sell, good brand. Hopefully should get some good money for these. And we've gone over to the Salvos in Howard Street. So I did have a bit of a look around the book section, but it's just not my cup of tea. I just don't like being in these areas. So I swung straight back out and found this woolen blanket here. So we got $15 on it. I'll happily pay that for an itchy blanket. The Invicta gold label. I'm looking for the lamb's wool, 100% wool and made in Australia. So being the purple colour too should go all right. We got some True Religion shoes. I left them there. I'm not a big shoe guy. I do love selling the jeans. I'm not sure how the shoes sell. Let me know in the comments if you would have picked these up. But for me, as a non-shoe seller, often, they stayed on the shelf. This little guy, Fisher Price Toys, is worth about $15. He was selling for $5, so I left him there. The logo board game I also left behind. This is a pretty good seller, but board games give me the shits because they sit there for too long for me. So if you want it, I left it there. A little lantern here. They had $8 on it. Some of these glass vintage lanterns can go for about 20 or 30, but another one that, not for me. I left it there. Would have you grabbed it, Coco? On to Vinnies. Love this Vinnies. They've always got pretty good prices in here. And today we got a couple of things. We've got the Harley tee. I'll hit the old boy up and a couple of mates if they want that first. Nice print, cool little shirt there. Always love Harley Davidson and I'll always grab it. That print's sick. And some more jeans, the 503s. Do the legit checks. Always check the back of the button for the little number. All the little imprints in the rivets. Everything is 100% good. And then obviously the stitching checks, tag checks, and love my Levi's. Love picking up Levi's. You got that print in there. I apologise for the camera work. Running one hand isn't that easy. So we've got 2 pairs of Levi's here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you all the jeans that I picked up. Oh, so she's a warm one, but I filled an IKEA bag of jeans today. So it's probably one of the bigger days that I've had thrifting jeans-wise. I've got, I don't even know how many pair, but I'm going to quickly fang through them really fast just to show you the sort of shit that I pick up, why I picked it up, the styles and whatnot. There's some very basic stuff in there, no real bangers, but it's still a nice little lot. So I'm going to show you some brands that you might see regularly and not think to pick up. So this bag is just all jeans. Lee isn't one that I like to pay too much for. I can't find a tag on them. Shorts, I think they came from the church, so that would have been $1. Everything at the church was $1. Wrangler, $5 at Vinnie's there. It's just a brand that I like to get. I don't pay probably any more than $6-7 depending on style. Dickies is a fast mover. Often you get them in the sort of hard pants, but Dickies $5. They will sell for probably $30-40. We did get quite a few Lee jeans in there today. Sass and Bide, flip that around. I do generally get a bit of Sass and Bide, and I've paid $6 on them, so they should go right. Our women's Lee, once again, Lee moves pretty well in the women's, so these stovepipe L1s do pretty well for a good $30-40 plus ship. When I talk prices, it's always plus ship, but Lee's pretty good. Alright, we're going to go a bit quicker here. We've got the Levi 514s. I think they came from the church. We got a bunch of Levi's, which were $1 a piece, so that's winning. That's a t-shirt, the Harley tee there, in the wrong bag. So, what are these? Some more Riders. The Riders were $7, but this particular model, fairly new and perfect condition, they will fetch around probably $40. I'm pretty confident in. 501s, the go-to. They are a more recent pair, but they'll do well for $1. Like 501s for $1. You're never complaining about that. These are all authentic. You've got all your correct tagging there. There's our Vinnie's tax receipt. More Levi's, older bootcut 503s. Oh, that must have been the church too, because they don't have a price on them. Oh no, they got a price. We paid $8 for them, so that's pretty much sitting at max where I'm going to pay for a pair of Levi's. G-Star, $5 G-Stars. Never complaining with a $5 G-Star purchase. Good brand to get. These here, Geelong Cats trackies. Now, footy trackies, if they're authentic, can go for pretty good money because a lot of these aren't sold to the public, they're issued to players. These ones, I believe, would have been sold in the Geelong store, but who knows. They're basically new, so I'll get pretty good money for them. True Religion, another good brand. One to be careful of, it does get faked a bit. Always sort of check your tagging, make sure you got this sort of shit going on. You got your little identification numbers, your cuts, your styles, all that sort of stuff. You can Google those numbers to authenticate them. So made in the USA, good one to get. The Riders there, $5. More Lisa, Lee heavy, and it's a slower one. So like I don't like to pay too much for Lee, but it will move. Another one that's kind of slow. Guess it does sell. I've paid $6 on that. We should get about 35 because they are the premiums. So 35 plus ship. And Hugo Boss, I don't generally pick up for too much. Paid $5. They are a slow brand. It does sell slow. I'll probably get $25 plus shipping on them. So pretty happy with that. That's kind of bread and butter shit for me. You know, $5, $6, $7 purchases into 25, 30, 35, 40 bucks. So nothing outstanding there in the jeans department, but that's the shit that ticks over for me. Selling that stuff kind of daily now. So usually I'm looking at wholesale when it comes to jeans, but I'm still picking them up in the wild when I go out. It's probably the last place I look because I have so many. I will look everywhere else and then go to the jeans last kind of thing because I'm not desperate for them. I have hundreds of them. But yeah, that's what I've been picking up today. So pretty happy with that I was managed to snag that many pairs of jeans. So back into it here, Coco. We're at the OPP shop, the op shop in Soldiers Hill, St John's. It's a good one here. It is cheap. T-shirts are $1, and we found this Kiss one here. It's nothing major. It's just a basic on that Rock Yeah tag. And we got the mountain design. So they're both probably $25 T-shirts. I'll grab them every day. I left the Gucci. It's a bootleg. People do still sell them. And the Tommy Hilfiger shorts. Now I'm going to show you how these, I know these are authentic. Tommy Hilfiger can be a really good brand, but it is faked pretty heavily. And while I get my shit sorted, finding this tag, this is what you're looking for, these silky looking tags with the Tommy.com website and all the details in here. If it's one big fat black tag with a bunch of bullshit, then they're fake. It goes for the t-shirts and everything as well. So just be aware of that. They were $2. Happy with that. Giramondo here, made in Australia, woolen cycling jersey. Woolen cycling jerseys, some of them can go for really good money. So I'm always keeping my eye out for these. Don't see them often, but I definitely grab this thing. Bunch of this anime Magna shit. I know nothing about it. They didn't scan well, and they're asking $8 to $10 a pop. So I left that there. Was that a mistake? And this little cutie sitting on the floor for $7. $7! Holy shit. I am in absolute love. My Pet Monster 1986 plush. What? So that's going to wrap me up here from Sebas Salvos today. One of the best finds I've had in there, and so far the best find this year, My Pet Monster from the 80s. What an absolute banger. $7. I'll keep you updated what we end up getting for him. A little bit of condition issues, but that's not going to matter too much. Very happy with that. But I appreciate you being here, champions. Don't forget to hit that like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. And I'm going to see you in the next one. What do you reckon, big fella? Yeah, I've had worse than you. So the reason I'm saying he is a $250 plush in the thumbnail there and the title is because he sold 12 hours into the purchase, and I put him up for $300 and took an offer of $250. There was no others sort of listed. There's sold all over the joint. I have seen him sell pretty high in the past. I don't have the handcuffs. If you have the handcuffs, he goes for more money. Pretty poor condition, but I thought, bugger it, let's have a crack and see what we can get for him. Unfortunately, they didn't pay. But, you know, we'll sit him back up and see what we get for him. But at the moment, he sold for $250 unpaid. So that doesn't mean that's going to be his value. So I am actually listing him back up tonight. So we'll see what happens. But till then, we're going to have a couple of froffies, big fella. What do you reckon? This thing's so good. It's the condition isn't the best. The hands are a little bit worn and stuff, but that is, well, first big thrift trip of 2022, and we've pulled out a pretty decent plush, and we've actually had a pretty good day in general. So thanks very much for being here. I appreciate you, champions. And what do you reckon, big dog? Old Dick Nose here. We'll see you in the next one, won't we?